Okay, that's why we don't say Saturday or Friday, because that's what we was taught as the Gregorian calendar. We say the seventh day of the week, which happens to be when the sun goes down on Esau's Friday until the sun goes down on Saturday. Question 3. According to the law, the Israelites were permitted to eat which of the following? Pig, rabbit, catfish, fish, right? A, pig, B, rabbit, C, catfish, D, fish with fins and scales.
Raise your hand, man. Raise your hand.
What's your son's name? Courtney. Huh? Hayden?
Caden.
Caden. Like a Caden, right? Okay, Caden. Little Caden could answer that question. Yeah, read your hand. Right? What kind of fish can you eat, Caden? He's looking at me. He's thinking about it. He's shy to say it, probably. Right? What's your daughter's name? Aisha and Maya. Maya, what kind of fish can you eat? Maya, I'm going to give you the choices. It says, I'm going to read the question again for Maya. According to the law, the Israelites were permitted to eat which of the following? So this is what you can eat. A, pig. B, rabbit. C, catfish. Or D, fish with fins and scales. What'd you say? Said D? All right, hallelujah. That's absolutely correct. Fish with fins and scales. All right. Question 4. What was forbidden under the law? Okay.
Raise your hand now. Raise your hand.
A. I ain't asked the question yet.
Oh.
A. Wearing of clothing, woven of 2 different kinds of material. B. Eating of blood. C. Holding back the wages of a hired man overnight. D. All the above. All right, Asa. I'm sorry, Amas. All the above. He didn't sound too confident either. Yes, that's correct. All the above. 5. The year of Jubilee was every 10 years, 50 years, 7 years, none of the above. Zipporah, how many? 50 years. Correct. Next question, question 6. Who was an ordained priest? A. Aaron. B. Caleb. C. Samson. And D. Moses. Who was ordained priest? Brother? Aaron. Correct. All right. Moses was the man, but he was not the ordained priest. Question 7. During the sabbatical year, what was forbidden? A. Work. B. Sowing of one's field or reaping of one's vineyard. C. Offering sacrifices. D. Travel to another country. On the sabbatical year. This correct. Sowing, can't sow your field, you cannot reap your vineyard. Question 8. The burnt offerings was for what purpose? A. consume leftover sacrifices. B, provide food for the people. C, atonement for sin. D, none of the above. Gordy. which one is it? You want a 50-50? You want to phone a friend? You know what I mean? If somebody want to help him out? Atonement of sins, correct. C. All right. The peace offerings was for what purpose? This is question 9. As an expression of thankfulness unto Yahweh. In order to or B, in order to maintain fellowship with Yah. C, to atone for sin. D, none of the above. Now, who got it? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Who got it? Ask question again. Number 9. The peace offering was for what purpose? A, as an expression of thankfulness unto Yahweh. B, in order to maintain fellowship with Yahweh. C, to atone for sin. D, none of the above. Who said? I heard somebody say, raise your hand so I know what the answer is. Peace offerings, what is it for? Oh, this one got you. Kids up. You said B, in order to maintain fellowship with Yahweh. That's absolutely correct. That's what it's for. We gave peace offerings that we kept in good standing with the Most High. That means you didn't sin, nothing happened. You just kept sending the peace offerings. Just so keep the what? Keep the peace. All right? Just to keep the peace. Okay. 10. Israelites were permitted to seek out witches for advice. A, true, B, false.
That was a true or false question.
Malachi. B, false. You couldn't seek out witches. No tarot card readings. Right? No call me now. Can't call Miss Cleo. Right? No searching the stars. No crossing over. How much other ones out there? So many different entities.
Palm read.
No palm reading, right? 11. No horoscope, right?
Yep.
Question 11. How long is a woman unclean after having a male child? All right, sisters. All right, Hanukkah, I know you got it. I'm going to read it again. How much you say? Let me read it again. I guess you need. How long is a woman unclean after having a man-child? Giving birth to a man-child. How many days? 60, how many? Technically, 66 days is correct. Right. She's clean one day for the circumcision, but other than she continues in is it 66? It's what? 33? 33, I'm sorry, 33. 33. I remember. I know it was a double number. 33. How long is a woman unclean after having a maid child? I mean, a female child. How long is she unclean? Yes, Ron. 80 days, correct. That one I remember. I got more girls and boys. 13. How long is a woman unclean for her normal menstrual cycle. Azaria, 7 days, correctly. What are 3 ways a man can become unclean? Uh, 3 ways a man can become unclean. Yaquara.
They're in contact with the dead body,
Contact with a dead body.
semen,
Semen.
and a running issue. Like they're cut and it's like a running issue.
Okay, that's good. That's 3 ways. All right. It's not the only 3 ways. I just asked for 3 ways. Okay. What? Question 15. What activities are prohibited when in an unclean state? Malachi. Coming in the midst of the congregation. Correct. What else?
Look at me. I don't know why. He want me to give him an answer. He looking at me like I got.
I mean, that's the main one. You know what I mean? That not be in the midst of the congregation when you're unclean. Also, you can send up sacrifices, but you got to come in the midst for that anyway. So when you're unclean, you're not to come into the midst of the congregation. All right. Name all the high holy days. Who can name all the high holy days? Now, I want you to keep clear the high holy days. All right. Not all the festival days, all the high holy days. Who can name all the high holy days? Who got it? That should be, it's an easy one. Malachi thinks he has it. Nobody else thinks they have it? All the high holy days? Zipporah?
How many was that? How many you just named?
I think that was all, bro.
Zipporah.
7
Okay.
including Sabbath. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Khan, that's absolutely correct. All right, 7 including the Sabbath day. Now we also have other festival days, other days of observation, like the new moons and Hanukkah and all these other holidays, Purim, but they're not Nicanor, Simon, but all the high holy days are the ones listed in Leviticus 23. Okay, they have their own category. All right, we have that completes our review of the book of Leviticus. Now we're entering the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers was written 1450 BC to 14 BC. So you're 1400 years prior to what? 1400 years before what? What's the event that happens 1400 years after Numbers? Everybody understand what BC stands for? So what is 1400 years before Christ? Okay, so this is taking place so you can have a mental understanding how far in the past this is. How long ago did Christ walk the earth? How many years ago? Approximately. Huh?
What you say?
Exactly. That's a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. It's a trick question, as I say. Well, shoot, it's 2019 years ago, right? Because that's what AD stands for, after the day of our Lord. So we're talking about BC now. So right now we're 1400 years BC. So now, if Christ walked the earth about 2019 years ago, and we're talking about 1400 BC, how long ago from now was Numbers? How long ago are we talking? There you go. 3,419 or so,
69.
right? You can say 19, you can say 69.
Yeah.
Between 419 to 3,469 years ago is what we're going to read about in the book of Numbers. So keep that in mind. That's how long ago this was. All right. 3,419 years or so ago. All right. Esau tries to teach us that the earth is 1,000,000 years old. You know, that's nonsense. Okay. Earth is not 1,000,000 years old, not even nowhere near that. Because we're about to read about Numbers with Moses, and this was only 3,400 years ago. Relatively speaking, so compared to them talking about 100,000 years ago, that doesn't even make sense. All right, so we gotta put better perspective in time, how old this earth really is. Okay. This book spans over 39 years, a 39-year period. What was we doing for those 39 years? Where are we at? In the wilderness. That's right, we're in the wilderness. I think that's good enough keywords. You know, it took place in Sinai, in the wilderness. It was written to the Israelites, right? So everything in the book of Numbers is about and towards the Israelites. It's not about anybody else, right? Of course, the numbers means census. Okay, this is when they took a census of the number of the children of Israel during this time. That's why I got the book of Numbers. Numbers meaning a census. All right. All right. So I think we have a good little foundation of what we're about to read. So let's open up Numbers 1 and 1. Slakia, give me Colossians 3, verse 17.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of a Mashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the power and the Abba by him.
All right. So we always give thanks to the Most High in the name of the Mashiach Yahushai. Numbers 1, verse 1.
Ooh, here we go. Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation on the first day of the second month, in the second year, after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying.
Right. So good. Also, it's good to understand what month you're in. Right. What month is the second month? Where would that show up on our calendars today? The second month of the year. Where does that show up? Right. Of the Most High's year. What month would that be? Okay. It would be May. That's right. It would be May. All right. It'd be late April, early May. All right. Because the first month of the year is what? Late March, early April. Begins. That's going to take you from April to May, second month of the year. All right. Let's go.
Verse 2. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Yasharallah, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their poles.
So now, why did they say by the house of their fathers? Why did they say not the house of their mothers? Why did they say by the house of their fathers? Anybody know? Courtney? Because of the seed, right? Because you are of your father's house, right? Your father carries the seed, right? So you are of your father's house. You carry on your father's lineage. Everybody understand that? All right.
Verse 3.
Yep.
All right. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Yasharallah.
Right.
Thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies.
So in our culture of being a Hebrew Israelite, a man was considered manhood at the age of 20. Okay? You are a man at the age, not 18, or they say, I'm 18 now, or they say, I'm 21, I can drink. age of 20. All right. Hold that and give me Tobit real quick. Tobit 1. And 9.
Tobit in the Apocrypha, page 36, chapter 1 and verse 9. Furthermore,
Right.
when I was come to the age of a man,
What's the age of a man? Read.
I married Anna of my own kindred,
Right.
and of her I begat Tobit.
Right. So when he became the age of a man, what did he do? He married. He got married. Right? He got a wife at the age of 20. And then he had what? A child. Right? So this is something that we understand. This is how our culture moved. Right? We didn't have children when we were not the age of a man. Right? We tried not to have children early. Right? We tried to wait till you was the age of a man. And then you did manly things. Got a wife. You started a family. You started to have a household. Everybody understand that? All right, let's go back.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 4. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, everyone head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you, of the tribe of Reuben.
All right.
Eleazar, the son of Shedderah, of Simeon. Shalamael, the son of Zurashadiah, of Judah. Nushan, the son of Aminadab, of Issachar. Minadab, of Issachar.
Of Issachar.
Yeah. Of Issachar. Nathaniel,
right?
The son of Zorar.
Zor. Yep. Zor.
Of Zabaluan.
Eliab,
the son of Helon. Of the children of Joseph.
Come on.
Of Ephraim. Ishmael.
Elishama.
And the son of
Amihud.
Right. Of Manasseh. Gilead.
What?
Gamaliel.
Right.
The son of Padarzerah. Of Benjamin. Adadon. The son of Gideon.
Abidon.
Yeah, Adadon.
Here. All right. The son of what?
Gideon.
Gideonai,
yeah.
Right.
Of Dan. Eleazar. The son of
Azor. The son of.
Same name.
Yeah. Shaddai. Shaddai.
Of Asher.
That means something enough. Well, Shaddai is enough. So Shaddai means, I don't know what the first word means. But yeah, look at it. It's two words put together.
Shaddai.
Yeah.
Verse 13. Of Asher. Pagiel, the son of Akron.
Okay.
Of Gad. Elisaph.
Mm-hmm.
The son of Duel.
Yep.
Verse 15. Naphtali. Aharai, the son of Enon.
Okay.
Ooh. These were the renown of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their.
Go ahead.
They declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
Right, by their polls. So they declare their pedigrees. Like, they that word is often used when dealing with like animals. You know what I mean? Is this a pedigree? What pedigree of dog is this? Or what pedigree of, but it tells you what family line did it come from? What group did it come from? So the word pedigree means, where did you come from? Who's your people? What is your tribe, your family? All this played a role in your pedigree. Okay, read.
Verse 19. And the Most High commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Israel's oldest son, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their poles, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were number of them were, those that were the number of them, even the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. And the children of Simeon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the number of the names, by the poles, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. Verse 24. And the children of Gad, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were number of them, even the tribe of Gad, were 45,650. Of the children of Judah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were number of them, even the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. Of the children of Issachar, by the generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Issachar, was 54,400. And of the children of Zebulun, by the generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were number of them, even the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Of the children of Joseph, namely the children of Ephraim, by the generation after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, even 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, even of the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Manasseh, was 32,200. And the children of Benjamin, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were number of them, even the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the children of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. Of the children of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Asher, was 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to all the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the prince of Yasharallah being 12 men, even one of Shalaki, each one of was for the house of his father. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Yasharallah.
Right. So,
Okay.
did anybody do the math? How many Israelites is coming out of came out of Egypt at this point? What do we have?
Close to,
Huh?
close to 600,000.
Man, if somebody was doing the math. All right. 603,000 coming out of Egypt. That's a lot of brothers. And this is just ones that what 20 years old and up, capable of going to wars. These are just the warriors. So, we left out of there, more than likely a million strong out of that land. They talking about a 1,000,000-man march. That was a 1,000,000-man march coming out of Egypt. Okay, how we fled out of that land. Okay, can you imagine that we occupied that much space in Egypt, and now that all that space we were occupying is now without nobody to till the ground, nobody to deal with it, right? The Egyptians didn't have the numbers that we have. Just like today, if Israel were to get up and leave America, the place would be desolate, right? Because they don't have, these other nations don't have the numbers that we have. Okay, so that same thing happened at that time. In that Exodus, we left Egypt. Egypt never recovered the Israelites leaving Egypt, right? After the Israelites left Egypt, what did Egypt do after that? Yes. Right? Nothing, right? The Romans came, they destroyed it, they took it. If you know the history, they had no more might, no more power was left in their hands after the Israelites left out of Egypt. Okay. 1 million people walked out, probably 1 million plus, All right, let's read on.
By the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward.
Tell them where you at.
All right, I'll start at 45 again. Numbers chapter 1, verse 45. Okay. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Even all they that were numbered were 600,000 and 3,550.
Right.
But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them.
Right.
For the Most High had spoken unto Moses, saying, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all the vessels thereof,
right,
and over all things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp around about the tabernacle.
Right, so they would encamp around about the tabernacle. Can I get that tabernacle picture back up? So the Levites' job was to encamp around the tabernacle, meaning that the way that the Most High separated all the tribes, Levi was in the center of the tabernacle and the way we was arrayed. I think you already had it on the desktop. You got it up there already? Yeah. Let's go to get a visual of what it looked like. Right. All right. So as you might notice, all the tribes, the head of the family of the tribe was near. Right? These are the head families of each tribe. They were Judah, Issachar, Naphtali, Dan, Asher, Manasseh, Ephraim, right? In that circle. Then the rest of that tribe went out that way. Right? So you see Manasseh, all that's Manasseh. All that's Ephraim. All this is Judah heading down this way. But around the tabernacle was the families of Levi. Right? Kohath, Gershon, Mamre, Moses, and Aaron's sons. All around the edge of the tabernacle. That's where we dwelt. So this is how we was set up. So as he's numbering, we all see they're all in their tents. Right? And this is how we encamped, and this is how we move. The center of everything is the tabernacle. The center of the tabernacle is the Holy of Holies. All right. All right. You have the, what is this right here? That's the altar where the burnt offerings go. The laver, and then you go into the veils inside of it. All right. Just so we have an idea of what it looked like as we're reading through the book of Numbers. Read on.
Verse 51. And when the tabernacle settled forth, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacles is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up.
Right. So their job, they were encamped around the tabernacle. Their job was to take it down and to pick it back up, get it back going. All right. They had to stay on top of the business of the tabernacle. Read. And who remembers, as we read in Leviticus, this whole tabernacle, how big was it? Who remembers how big it was? Approximately. What did we did the math? We could compare it to what? A what? A football field. All right. Is it that just that center tab was the size of a football field, where the tabernacle was, when we did the math of the cubits. Okay. Read.
And the strangers that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
Any stranger try to come up in there, ain't gonna make it out. All right, read.
Verse 52. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard.
Right. Every man by his own camp and by his own standard. So Issachar had his standard. Everybody that was part of Issachar pitched their tents that way. Dan got their own standard. Everybody of Dan, they pitched their tents that way. So we were all together, but we were in order. Okay, we wasn't all mixed up. Okay? Every tribe had their area, had their family, had their, their particular area, and we moved that way. All right, as one nation, but with 12 families. Read.
Throughout their host. Verse 53. But the Levites shall pitch around about the tabernacle of testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel.
Right.
And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Most High commanded Moses. So did they.
Right. So we did exactly what we were told. Everything was according to Yah's plan. This is what Yah wanted to see, and that's what we did it. Okay. That's how we arrayed ourselves. Come on. Chapter 2.
Numbers, chapter 2. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard, with the insignia of their father's house, far off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch it.
With the ensign, right?
Yeah, ensign.
Right. So every tribe has a symbol, right? Baba Kusha, to Zion, could you give me tribal symbols? Just I don't know if we have one on the desktop, or you might have to. Just yeah, we're going to bring up the tribal symbols. Each tribe has a symbol that represents that tribe. Some tribes have a couple of symbols that represent that tribe, right? Each tribe has a stone that represents that tribe. Like you see on the sign here, those are the tribes and their stone that represented that particular tribe. All right. I can show you that the Most High, we had everything arrayed in order. Yeah, okay, that's not a bad one.